Hello, welcome to Boyd's Blue Alpine Freeze Drying channel. Today I am going to be doing 4 trays of peaches. The peaches are fresh peaches, which I pre-sliced. They're about 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch thick. I pre-froze everything so that they would be easy, faster to do it here than letting the freeze dryer freeze them. And I also had I had 4 trays of peaches, so I slept up 3 tomatoes and just put tomato slices here. And they're a little bit thicker, maybe a 1/4 inch thick. So I'm not sure how those are going to freeze dry compared to the peaches, but we'll turn it on and find out. So let me show you what settings I used for this batch, and then we'll check back tomorrow and see how they turned out. For the peaches and tomatoes, I'm just going to use the fruit recipe, which is 7 hours of freeze time and 20 hours of freeze drying. So it's telling me to double check, well, it's telling me the hours. I'm going to change the hours from 7 hours to 30 minutes just to make sure there's nothing frozen, nothing defrosted from the time it took me to put them from the freezer into the freeze dryer. It was about 10 minutes out of the freezer, so I'm just going to give it a half hour to double check, make sure everything's frozen before I start the cycle. And then just checking to make sure the door is closed and the air vacuum valve is closed. So let's change the cycle here from 7 hours to 30 minutes. And then we'll check back and run 20 hours of freeze drying, half hour of this freezing. So I'll be back in about 20.5 hours, 21 hours from today, from this time, and we'll check back tomorrow and see how it turned out. It has been 20 hours since I put the food in the freeze dryer. The tomatoes are looking beautiful, nice and dried. There's no moisture in them at all. They're looking really good, so I just need to weigh those. The peaches look really good. They're nice and dry. They're nice. I think the only issue I have with the peaches is that they were cut so thin that they're like really flaky. I think it could work well if I put them in a drink or something, or maybe, as an ice cream topper, maybe rehydrate them, just throw in some slices on the thing. I don't know what I'd use them for. I just wanted to keep them from going bad, so I've just got these. I'm not sure how I use them. I think that, some people had mentioned that they skin them first. I think that makes sense. I don't know how leathery it's going to be. That's one of the reasons I cut them thin, is because I didn't want that big, thick, leathery skin. But it does seem to be nice and flaky. I'd say slightly chewy, leathery skin. So it probably would be better to take the skin off first. But I think if I put them in a oatmeal or something like that, or throw it in some kind of a, ice cream topper or something like that, it would be fine. But it looks really good. Everything worked fine at the 20 hours. So I will package these up. So the peaches and the tomatoes worked really well at the 20 hours. The only issue I would say is next time I will probably take the time to skin the peaches first. The skin does make it a bit leathery. I think they'll still work fine depending on how I use the peaches. I think I also cut them a bit too thin. They're like really thin wafers. They'll probably make great snacks, like potato chip snack, but for a sweeter peach snack. But we could eat them like potato chips just fine, but the tomatoes, I'm not sure why I did the sliced tomatoes. I just wanted to see how they'd work. I'm not sure how I'll rehydrate and use a slice. I'll probably end up just storing them like that, but using them in a sauce or something to make a tomato paste or tomato sauce with slices. I doubt I'll rehydrate the slices and put them in a sandwich, but maybe I'll try one to see how it works. But it did work out. I'm glad I tried it. I think next time with peaches I will take the time to skin the peaches first and probably cut them in 1/2 inch thick slices, or maybe into small chunks like a pineapple chunk, just little triangular wedges or something to make them bite size. But yeah, it worked out really well. They taste really good. It took 20 hours at the cycle that I chose. I think it was a fruit cycle of 115 degrees and 20 hours with about a half hour freeze time. So, because they were pre-frozen the night before. So thank you very much for coming to my channel. I hope you're getting something out of this. If you do and have any questions, please ask and I will try to respond to the comments. And please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this. If you know anybody who's looking to buy a freeze dryer, point them towards Blue Alpine Freeze Drying, because these are I've been very happy with it. It is freeze drying about half the time of other brands. 20 hours to peaches is, you know, quite quick from what I've seen other brands do. 48 hours, 52 hours. So I'm really happy with my freeze dryer. It's working really well. I just need to package up and put away the peaches and the tomatoes now, and it's working well. So you have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.